Hi, welcome to my card and a cuppa for Wednesday the 4th of February 2026. My name's Denise McCabe and I'm a Stampin' Up demonstrator in Australia on the New South Wales Central Coast, so welcome. So today we're going to do, hi Janine, hi Elizabeth, hi Leslie. I was a few minutes late. You know why I was a few minutes late? I was actually just checking everything I'm using is still current, and I've just realised that something's gone on the last chance product list and it's sold out, and I just thought, oh no. Anyway, it is what it is. I'm sure it was current when I used it last, but there you have it. Hi Leslie, hi Elizabeth. Oh my goodness, I really can't keep up. So I apologize. I'm using I may be using partially retired stock. Anyway, it is what it is. Hi, Joan. So, I had a lot of response to join the club. What, that you can't keep up, Elizabeth? Honestly, I really can't. And like, I even saw something that they did a last. Hi, Margaret. They did a last chance product list update too yesterday or the day before, and I noticed that there's some things there that have only been out a couple of months. And I just thought, really? I mean, thankfully, there weren't things I'd gotten. So, and I just thought, okay, were they not selling? Why are they getting rid of them so quickly? But anyway, I don't know. So I uploaded a card on my social media the other day using the Beatiful Gallery paper and the Sunrise Sailing dies, which are no longer available. And you've never seen so much product coming and going. I know, Leslie, it's got to stop. It's just got to stop because I can't keep up. When I recorded and the next day it was retired. Yeah, it's very hard to keep up. It is. I don't know what the answer is. I really don't. Anyway, so I put this card on my social media the other day, and I used the Beatiful Gallery suite paper and the Sunrise Sailing dies, and I had such a amazing response to it. I just thought it was a pretty ordinary sort of simple card. Like, I liked it. I was happy with the result. But I thought, well, maybe I should show you how I did it. I mean, it's not hard. That's what amazed me. I think the product made the card look quite spectacular, not what I did with the product. It was such a simple card. So I'm going to kind of recreate it. Perhaps we may. Are you going to on stage, Elizabeth? I think Leslie's going. Hi, Marilyn. Marilyn, are you going to on stage? I think I saw your name come up on Linda's group that you were going. More difficult for people who do SU as a job. Yeah, and I don't do it as a full-on job. But it is actually making me. Oh, you're not, Elizabeth. That's a shame. You love the cards whether they're older sets or not. You know what? I was looking at a really old set when I was making that thank you card called it had a bottle of wine in it, and I can't even remember what it's called. And glasses of wine, and I thought, we've got such great old sets. I'm thinking I really want to do a video with one of these, but anyway, I can't remember what I was saying now. See, I've lost the plot. Doesn't take much to make me lose the plot. First on. Oh, don't be nervous, Leslie. Don't be nervous. You'll be fine. Do you have some friends, or because you're not in Linda's team, are you? Do you have friends or somebody from the team you're in going? If not, hey, you can come sit with me and my gals. If you like. I've got, I think, 5 on my team. I've only got a team of 10, so I'm a little person. I'm a little fish in the sea. And I think 5 of my girls are going. My ladies are going. Who's going but had to pull out. Oh, that's a shame, Marilyn. I'm sure they could have worked around your mobility issues. You know, Ellen, because Ellen's in one of those mobile wheelchairs. She gets there. She manages and they work around, you know, helping her and everything. So they're pretty accommodating. But don't be nervous. It's all good. It's just it's an exhausting couple of days, but because it's like information overload, but it's a fun couple of days. I can't remember what I was saying. Anyway, I hope you've got your cuppa. I have my cuppa in my mug. Now, this was a team gift I did for my team. Well, I've been a demonstrator coming up for 18 years, and I did it in my early days. Do you remember when everything was keep calm and such and such? I got these cups made and gave them out to my team. So that was a bit of fun. So I saw it in the cupboard today, and I thought, you know what? I'm gonna just have that today. Unfortunate and everything. Oh, really? Goodness gracious. That's a bit sad. Leslie? Yeah, Joan's saying you'll have a great time. Joan, have you been before? Well, Leslie, you're welcome to sit with me, hang with Linda. I'm sure Linda's put her reached out and said you can sit with her. Sometimes Linda and I sit together. Sometimes we go off and catch up with other people. So, yeah, don't feel nervous. You will be very much wrapped with friendship and warmth. So I'm going to recreate that card. Now, I can't show the card because I've already given it out. You've been a few times, yeah. They're great events. They're sort of really good events. Hi, Kerry. Oh, you're Elizabeth. You're now direct to SU. My upline left too, but I just jumped up to Linda Dolke. Hi, Tanya. And I'll get it. I've been at SU for 6 years, and all you get is a Christmas card. Wow. Well, she's not really building her team, is she? That's a bit strange. Oh, Janine, you're direct to SU? Yeah. So my upline left and I'm now under Linda. So I'm not technically Linda's direct level 1. I'm really her level 2. But there you have it. So I can't show you the card because I actually gave it away yesterday. I gifted it to the person that I was giving it to. And so I got it on my phone and I quickly whipped one up in different colours this morning. So we've got something to look at. So let's go down to the craft desk and have a look. Okay, so let me... I obviously know I'm live because you're all commenting. Let me have a look on my phone. So this was the card. Can you see? That was the card I posted. I don't know how clear that is when being on my phone. Let me take it off my case because sometimes that will help. Come on, turn around. So that was the card I made. And it was so easy. It really was an easy card. So I thought, if you want, we can recreate this card. I've done it. So my original was using Secret C Basic Beige and the Designer Series paper. I've recreated the card using, I've done a little bit. You draw that card. Well, there you go. I really had no idea it was going to have such an effect on people. I recreated it, but I reversed the Secret C and the Basic Beige. And I think come back phone. I think I preferred my original. Where is it? No, that's not where I want. This one. I think I prefer, turn around. I think I preferred my original. I don't know, you probably can't see the colours very well. I wonder if I put my light on, if that will help. Probably not, it'll probably make it worse. Okay, so I think I liked the dark card base and the light matching piece. But anyway, I don't think that helps. Oh, that's even brighter. Hang on, I'm trying to get my act together. Let me pull my blind up a little bit. It's so hard when you've got your desk near a window. You just don't know what's working and what's not. So I recreated it using basic beige card base Secret C and the designer series paper. So I can do that again if you like, and I've gotten different colors out again. I've got pecan pie and early espresso. Now I could do it again with the boats, or I can, this is another one like a scenery in plastic. Get it out of the plastic, Denise, so people can see. This is another one using scenery card. You like both, do you, Joan? Well, you're just very kind. And I kind of did something similar with the piece of scenery paper for this one. So I don't know whether you want me to use. So I got both pieces of paper out, and I was going to just show you how I did it. So tell me if you want the little house or the boats, and we will go from there and then work out I don't think that helps. I think that makes it worse. Let me put this right down. I think that shows better colours now. Yes. So Janine's gone the house. Okay, we can do. It's just that I won't put a boat. Oh, Tan, you've done the boat. Oh dear. Well, you know. Okay, let's start with the house. Let's start with the house and a sip of green tea. So I think I'm going to have to put my lamp on, and that might just settle down a little bit. Perhaps not. It's really not helping me having a window near my desk, but I am not rearranging my room. Okay, all right. So Janine was first with the house. All right, let's do the house first, and if we've got time we can certainly go on and do something else. So this stamp set is still available, Sunrise Sailing, and it's on the last chance product, and it's reduced down to $24.50. I just found out the dies have gone, and this embossing folder piece of paper doesn't have the item number on it that I can see. I might be blind, but they normally have an item number down here, and I can't find the item number. But I have gone through all the embossing folders and I can't see it. I can't find it. So I'd say it's gone as well, which is very sad. You still have the house paper, but not the boats. Yeah, see, I'm on a mission to use everything. I'm just on a mission. So if you still want the stamp set, it's still available. And on my cards, the one on my phone and this one, I keep calling these the nested essential dies, and they're not. They're the textured note dies, and I just keep getting it wrong. So I'm just a silly Billy. But I used these dies on this card, and we could do the same, or we could use, so you just need some layering dies. You could do it just with cutting, but layering dies work really well. Or you could use the branching out dies, which are carrying over the stamp sets on the last chance product list. So maybe for the house, we might go down like a slightly different path, and we might use the branching out dies. And let me see which one I want to use. That could be good. So I've just got a piece of pecan pie, a 14.9 by 21 centimeters scored at 10.5, a matting piece of early espresso, 14.4 by 10 centimeters, and we are going to cut down our designer series paper to be 9.5 by 13.9, but we just want to work out. So obviously we don't want to put it like there because we're going to cut our house up. The texture note. The text. Are these on the last chance product list? Oh my gosh. Linda is sad. I'm devastated. Oh, that just makes me very upset, for want of a better word. So you just, when you've got a piece of scenery paper, you just have to, so obviously I'm using, oh, they probably haven't gone yet, but yeah. You just have to position your paper. Be mindful of that, of course. Like, you sort of think, you don't need to say that, but sometimes, oh, well, you know, I'll get over it. I might be traumatized, Leslie, but I'll get over it one day. And then you just work out which matting piece, which dies you want to use. So I'm sure the branching out dies are safe for the time being. So there's that one that could cut the little farmhouse out, and then you just go to the next one up, and we're going to do like a contrasting piece of cardstock. I generally either do the colour of the card base or colour of the matting piece. I'm probably thinking matting piece for this one. Now on this card, I felt that there were, hi Donna, I felt that there was too much space between the two dies, and there was no layering die in between the paper and this basic beige piece. So I just cut with my trimmer another layer inside just to give it a bit more oomph is what I'm trying to achieve. I felt like this little piece of paper got lost on this slightly bigger die. It needed something underneath it. Now, because we're using the branching out dies, I won't be able to do that because of the corner cutouts, but I'm thinking this is probably not going to have as big a gap. I'm thinking. So let's go with it. So I am going to get my trimmer, and you can see I'm going to just cut 9.5 centimeters down from the top, because that gives us a pretty good scene, and it also puts the little farmhouse in the center. So 9.5. If you wanted to take a little bit off the sky, you certainly could. It's going to cut here. I think it's pretty good. I'll just go with it. Don't overthink it, Denise. And then we want to do 13.9. So once again, depending on where your focal piece is on the scene of the paper, you can trim off either end, or you can just trim off one end. Now I'm happy just to take off one end because it's making the house more in the center. So 13.9. It's probably as clear as mud. Okay, we might be able to make 2 cards because this is really quite easy. So we're going to put that, and it doesn't matter if it's off center. If you're trying to highlight a piece where your scene is, if it's not right in the center, it doesn't matter. Just move it over and get the bit you want. So I'm going to do that. This one's going to be slightly off center, and I think we're going to go with, let's see, where are we? Espresso. I can't believe the texture. Well, I won't get the name wrong, will I? Anymore, because it's not going to be available. That's going to fit. Let me just see. Oh, I can't really. Let's just bring out a cut emboss machine and have a little look. I'll bring it over. I'll no longer get the name wrong. That's not going to be available anymore. I can't believe that. I'm going to have to go and have a good look at what's in there now. What's that? Okay, so this is a cut emboss machine. I've probably got shadows everywhere because my lighting and my table and wherever I'm wanting to put everything is not working. So I am putting it a little bit over to the left because I don't want to cut off the little farmhouse behind. I want the whole farmhouse being featured. Okay, I've got to make sure that's straight because we don't want a crooked farmhouse. And okay, that's pretty good. Okay, so I'll put my top plate on. Don't need to tape it down, but you could if you wanted to. hope I haven't missed saying hello to anybody. Sometimes it's quite hard to keep up. So you want to keep both pieces. Don't throw them away. Now this is what I wanted to see. Is that going to be too dark? Let me just look before we cut. Is that going to be too dark? Or should I go pecan pie? Let me see if I can grab a piece of pecan pie. I've got a piece wide enough. I think I do. Yep. Scraps work well. So yeah, whenever I do a matting piece on top of my card, I just use either the card base or the matting piece. Not sure. All right, you girls tell me, pecan pie or early espresso for the one behind? Or do you want me to cut it out? They do sell so well. I'm just cross. Let's cut one of each and then we can see. We can put it down and then have a good look. Now we want the bigger die this time. Now I could cut two at a time, but because it's got stitching, I'm not going to, because I want to get my stitching really nice. Early, oh, okay, Tanya's going early. Oh, everyone's going early espresso. Let's switch back. 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 Okay, let's go here. Put that on. Come on. Just get on when you're told to. And it's really interesting how if you just use different coloured cardstock but do the same design of series paper, how different things can look. Now, let's just keep our dies handy and safe. We might need this back again. Okay. Alright, so you've got your card base, your matting piece, you've got your designer series paper with a hole in it, which is fine, and that's going to go down there, and then you've got your layering dies. You can see how there's quite a lot of space around it. That's what I didn't like on this one, but you know, we can't do much about it because I can't really come up with a solution for that. And then we're just going to put it on like so. So let's get our glue happening. And you can see how quickly and easily this comes together. So let's grab a glue. So do you want to know the story about my card that I made or not? It's quite a interesting story. This one. At the age of 27, I was very, very sick young lady. Very sick. And I had been sick for a long time, but they couldn't work out what was wrong with me. Anyway, I eventually got diagnosed with lupus. I don't know if anyone knows about lupus. And yeah, I was in hospital for 3 weeks. I'd gotten down to like 48 kilos. I was just a skeletal mess pretty much. And this was in 1990. So when I got diagnosed with it, not that you could Google things back then, because Google didn't come in until 1998. My kids just can't understand that. But anyway. Okay, so you can see I've just matted that all straight onto our piece of card base. And I'm going to adhere this flat down. On my card here, I did everything flat and popped the boat. But this time I think I will pop the house. That's all right, Tanya. It's all good. I'm still here. And lots of people have lots of worse health issues in their lives and don't survive, some of them. So there was no Google, but the World Wide Web had just started. And you could kind of Google on the World Wide Web. And because that's what Denise did. Big mistake. Life expectancy with lupus back in 1990 was 10 years. And I thought, oh, well, that's not very good. That's not acceptable. In my world, that was not an acceptable situation. I'd been married 7 years. We were trying to have a family. And I thought, well, that's just a very unacceptable situation. I'm not going to have a bar of that. So now I'm just covering up. I'm just covering up my hole in my paper with this. This sometimes can be called an eclipse card, but an eclipse card you actually off-center it. Eclipse cards I've done them with alphabets more. Anyway, so we're just going to put that there, like so. And pretty much that's your card, done. It just gives it a little bit of interest and dimension and pop. Now that's probably not going to work because I was going to do the boat. Anyway, so yeah, anyway, I was then teamed up with a rheumatologist to look after me, and I had a few miscarriages trying to have children, you know, one thing and another. My husband got transferred to Emerald in Queensland. I don't know, I don't really want to do that. This one's not going to work. Oh, maybe. And now I've got to find banner sayings. And my GP up there was communicating back with my rheumatologist down here, and I need a sip of tea. And I did go to a rheumatologist in Rockhampton, and he told me, so I think by this time I was 29 or 30, he told me that I had a 50% chance of having children and a 50% chance of them being normal. So I came out of that consultation and in tears, and I said to my husband, I'm going home. I'm going back to my rheumatologist in Gosford. I want to see what he's got to say. He will tell me the truth. So I came home, and when I was back home, I was staying with my parents, I found out I was pregnant again. So I immediately thought, oh my God, this child's not going to be normal. Even if I get to hang on to this one, it won't be normal. Anyway, they got me through the pregnancy. My rheumatologist here got me through the pregnancy remotely up in North Queensland. And I flew back here to have the baby, because if I'd had complications in Emerald in Queensland, I would have been airlifted to Brisbane Hospital, Royal Brisbane, I think. If they couldn't have helped me, then I would have been... No, that's not true. I would have been airlifted to Rockhampton. If they couldn't help and manage whatever was going on, I would have been airlifted to Brisbane. And my husband said, well, that's not happening. You're going home. You're going home, and that's what's happening. So that's what happened. I'm looking. No, there's no little tiny die for this. Anyway, we had a baby boy who is now 31, nearly 32, having his own baby in April. And some might say he's not normal. But that's because they don't love him the way I do. No, he's normal. He's perfectly normal. He's a crazy child, crazy man now. Anyway, so the reason for the card, I'll cut the story shorter now, is that I never had kidney involvement with my lupus, which is what generally does you in, because dialysis is eventually the problem, and then, you know, transplant or, you know, goodbye. So I was fortunate I never had kidney involvement. But my rheumatologist is now not going to be consulting on the Central Coast anymore. And that's not the reason he said goodbye to me. He said goodbye to me because I am so healthy now. I am on no prescription medication. And he said, I don't need to see you anymore because you've fixed yourself. He said, you're amazing. So that was the reason for this card. So And he did say if I needed to see him again, he's still consulting down in Macquarie Street, so I could go down there and see him if I needed to. What was that, Marilyn? He's not normal. Yeah, so yeah, we went on and had another baby, our daughter, and she's perfectly normal. Although, you know, sometimes I wonder. No, they're both perfectly normal. You know, they're just normal, but normal kids that stressed you out. Normal. So yeah, so that was the result, the reason for that card. And I wanted something simple, not too over the top, you know, I just wanted something simple. So that's how I did it. Now, do you want me to do a boat one as well? Thanks, Tanya. Do you want me to do a boat one? He saw me through many trials and tribulations. He really did. He actually hugged me. He hugged me when I finished the consultation last week, and then when I dropped the gift into him yesterday, he hugged me again. And I don't think he's a hugger. Your daughter's wacky. So would you like me to do a boat one, or is that enough? It's already been 31 minutes. You might be sick of me and my stories. But I'm happy to do a boat one. I just have to do all the die cutting and everything. He did get a very special card. And funnily enough, he came to Gosford on the Central Coast in 1989 as a specialist. So he said I was one of his longest patients because I pretty much started when he was a specialist, the first starting out as a specialist. Okay, if you want another one, I will. I don't want to bore you. But yeah, we won't talk anymore. Now, I just got to work out. Will I do my original? Let's do my original. Secret C, basic beige. You're very kind. Secret C. So yeah, there was a reason behind that card, and I wanted to be very careful in what I made and how I did it and everything, because you know it's sort of a bit weird giving a doctor a card and a gift. Okay, girls, here we go. So I'm just going to cut this Secret C card base down. So yeah, I defied the odds. But yeah, the World Wide Web was not my best friend when I first found out, because it didn't tell me what I wanted to know. And at 27, you sort of think, well, that can't be right. I'm not going to have a bar of that. That's just unacceptable. I will not accept that situation. Okay, let me just, so this inner mat is going to be, no, I think I did that in basic beige on the original card. Let's recreate the original. But I know lots of people have much worse health problems than I've had. Thank you, ladies. I didn't want to, you know, bang on, but it kind of is a bit special. No, I'm going to have to cut into a piece of basic beige. It kind of is a bit special. And like, my kids used to say that I'd have my picnic at breakfast in the morning when they were younger. And that was all my tablets that I'd have to take. And they'd say, oh, Mum's having a picnic, a breakfast. She's having a picnic. She's a druggo, they used to say. And they'd be really smart, Alex. But there you have it. Now I did do, where's my card gone? Here it is. That's right, I'm reversing this, so that will be Secret C, that will be basic beige, that's right. And, is that right? Yeah. Yeah, they used to make fun of me. See, they were very normal. They were very normal children. Okay, so once again, we're just wanting to find the focal piece on our piece of scenery paper. Now, Stampin' Up does scenery paper quite often. Mainly, I think, in 6x6. So I'm going to cut the top off of the boats this time, because I want that being like the boats being the center, like in the center. Do you know what I mean? So that's going to be 9.5. I'm not going to take any off the bottom because there's so much sky on this piece of paper. So 9.5. So yeah, that was my little story. And I might take it off this side to make it 13.9 because that'll put my boats a little bit more in the center. So that's that. Now, let me... So that's going to go here. Now we'll do the dies that are disappearing. Goodness gracious, I'm so upset. Doesn't matter what I call them now because they're going to go. Goodness. Okay, so I'm just going to, you can see I've sort of cut this one off here, but I don't think it matters. If you wanted to get it in, you could just move it over. Maybe we'll move it over this time. Gives us more space for our boat over here. So we want to do that. We want to do, what do we want to do with this? Secret C for that. Where's Secret C? Oh, what have I done with my in colours? Secret C. Is it a bit big enough for that? Probably not. These are my scraps. I always try to find a scrap first. No, I'm going to have to cut into a piece of Secret C. That's it. Where's Secret C over here? Oh, fresh piece. Well, that's annoying. I know, but they what am I trying to say? This came out with a stamp set, I think, and they got rid of the stamp set and carried the dies over, a bit like the branching out dies. Won't be happy if I do that to them, but it's just a little bit tricky to keep up. Okay, so we've got that and that. Now let me work out what I'm going to do with my boat. On my original boat, I did pecan pie. We're doing the original, aren't we? Pecan pie, and I did that thing. That thing. Where are we? I'm getting... What did I do with the boats? See? They've retired. Oh, here they are. They retired and they went away. Can't believe it. Yeah. So, we can't get the dies anymore, but these were the boat dies. They were really fun. I was going to make another card. I'm going to have to pre-record some Make-Up Mondays, and I was going to use the boats, but I can't. Not happy, Jan. Okay, let's just, this is scraps now. Okay, all right, let's bring in, mine stay in picking for a day or two late. Oh, don't you get your stuff quickly, Tanya? Okay, let's bring in the cutting boss machine again. Okay, so let's cut out our design series paper once again. Now we thought we'd move it over to the right. That's the right. And we shall wind that through. That's our little cutout. Put that down there. We're going to wind it through with our matting piece. That's just, I'm just thinking I was going to create the card for next Monday, and now I can't. I was going to use the boats. Damn it. Okay, so can you see how that's got a very big border, and I thought it got quite lost. So that's why, oh no, that's that. Oh, I was just about to cut that out. I can't do that. That's why That might be a bit too big, maybe. Let's see. I've gone with the one underneath it. Can you see? It just sort of looks a little bit better. That's why I did that. Okay, so I've got my boat and I need a piece of basic beige. I nearly cut my layering piece out. That would have been sad. Basic beige, basic beige. Look, here's a nice piece. Okay, so and plate. Well, thank you for telling me about the dies that are retiring, because otherwise I just would have gone off on a tangent saying these are still current. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, pretty sure that's it. Let's get rid of that now. Okay. You love boats? I know. It's going to show how two-tone cardstock. I was thinking of doing all these sorts of things and not to worry. Okay, well, that's rubbish now. Don't need that. Okay, could use that. All right, let's start matting and we will recreate the doctor's card. Okay, so let's put glue on our window. And onto our basic beige. So this is just a really cool way of using scenery paper. Just steps it up a little bit. That's it. And it's very hard to keep up, isn't it? It's very hard to keep up. And put that onto our card base like so. That's a shame it takes so long to get to you. Damn it. Okay, so I'm going to just put our little focal scenery point onto our basic beige layer. And I just thought it needed that little bit extra in between because it just sort of looked a bit lost in the system. Come on, don't get it crooked, Denise. Just get it straight on and centered. Can you do that? Maybe not. It's under pressure. You're under pressure when you do videos. Okay, so that's that one. And we're going to put that here. Oops. Is that fraction too long? No, it's right. I saw the new wave stamps and dies and I haven't gotten it. And I also didn't get the dog one, the pet one. I know. I can hear you all gasping. Okay, now will we do it? Yeah, let's just do it exactly the same as the doctor's card. This card's going to be known as the doctor's card. So flat down. So just put it back over the top, but don't really have to try and match any pieces up. Just put it back down. And where's our boat? I think it's still stuck in the die. There we go. Yeah, I'm being very selective in what I'm buying now. For that very reason, that they go too quickly. So I'm being very, very careful. Now I've just put glue dots on I should tell you what I'm doing. I just put glue dots on the back of my sail because I'm going to put that down on top of this one. like so. Oh, I did also get a little bit of pecan pie and dirtied the boat up a bit. So just with a dauber, because you can just sort of dab it. Just make it a bit more rustic-ish. And on the back here, I just use little dimensionals because they fit quite well. I mean, you could put a big one somewhere, but I just thought just go with little ones. And then on the edge here, you can see I've just cut. So where's my snips? Where's my snips? So I just cut a strip to go on the hull. There we go. Who's excited about the Winter Olympics? Oh, can't wait. There we go. Oops. Now, just get your backings off. Okay, so we're just going to put our little boat, our little sailing boat over here. And that's why I put this down flat, because if I put that up on dimensionals, the sailing boat would have been, you know, not very happy. I don't know, is that too high? Too bad. Yes, I'm looking forward to it too. Except we will be away from some of it, but maybe we'll be able to watch it from where we're going. So that will be fun. Okay, now on the original card, which is on my phone, I die cut this out and then I made it shorter. But I'm not going to do that because we've already taken a while. So I will get this and I will get banner sayings, which hopefully will stay around for a while because I quite like it. And I'll put celebrate on this time. Block. There we go, that will do. And Secret C. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it too. I'm very glad my children didn't do any of those sports though. They just seem a bit crazy. My children who aren't supposed to be normal. I often say that to them. You know you're not meant to be normal. Okay, now I'm thinking, now Tanya, you said you had trouble with this punch. I did too, and they sent me another one, and you know what? I'm having trouble with the new one. But demonstrator support did say to me, put it down onto a hard piece of like put it down flat. You shouldn't have to do any of this, but put it down flat and press down. So I've been having trouble with this one down here, the bottom one. If I put a piece in, like a big piece to cut all three out, it's catching on this bottom one and tearing. Okay, I reckon, so I'm finding if I just do a little piece, and let's see, you might make a liar out of me. But I'm doing this arrow one because I want to. Yeah, they said to put it down flat and push down hard. But yeah, and they didn't want my punch back, which I thought was interesting. But it does work if you do that, like what I just did. It just seems to not work for me anyway, the normal way. Oh, look, I obviously moved that whilst it was in there. Damn, I don't like that. Got to do it again. Oh, is that going to work? You know what I'm going to do? I'll just try it like this. See, made a liar out of me. Oh, freezer overnight. Never heard of that one. I punched oh, what do you call that stuff? Sandpaper. I punched sandpaper with it, and yeah, because that's what they used to say originally back in the old days. Okay, let's try again. I'm going to, it made a liar out of me just then because you saw how beautifully it worked, and that's what it should do. Just going to put celebrate, and that's the thing, you can punch a whole lot out and just stamp on them afterwards. Alfoil and push down a few times hard with it on the hard. Yeah, that's what she said, a hard surface. You did not get a new one. Interesting. Well, my new one is exactly the same. Thanks, Leslie. Okay, so this is my little banner, and I'm just going to put some dimensionals on the back. And I didn't think these cards needed any embellishments. I felt they were okay without them. Get over there, mister. My original card had it down the bottom, so we'll just go down the bottom. It had thank you though, not celebrate. Maybe I should have given him one that said celebrate. He's done with me. Doesn't have to see me again. The problem patient is gone. Not to worry. So I've got a mess everywhere. I'm going to have to tidy up. Okay, so there it is in the reverse matching. And there's one with, oops, move it up. No, I don't really have space either, Tanya. There's one with like the farmhouses. So that's how you can do that with the scenery paper. It's really, really, really easy. And I'm not that clever. There we go. So that's our card and a cuppa for today. Now I would have gone 52 minutes, girl. That's your fault, not mine. So I'm going to be back tomorrow. Oh my God, they all say. Do we have to watch you again? No, you don't. For my online class using the Gears and Textures bundle and the Nature's Walk. Is that what it's called? DSP. I think that's what it's called. Hopefully that's still all available. 2 o'clock tomorrow afternoon on YouTube. It will go for an hour to an hour and a half because we are making 5 cards. So if you want to hop on and have a look and see what we're doing, that's great. If not, I will see you pre-recorded next Monday, as my husband and I are going away on Sunday for a week, and the following Monday will be pre-recorded as well. So thanks for watching, ladies. Much appreciated, and I'll see you tomorrow afternoon at 2 p.m. Bye.